everyone, and welcome to TWF, Power or Might. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman, and Wade Barrett here. And today on Power or Might, we're going to talk about, we got the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering, Steve Austin, in the ring, who can't even stand up anymore. Alright, folks, it is I, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering. And here today, I am going to call out Sonya Deville for being the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. Because I truly believe, in my mind, stand up! Because I truly believe that she's throwing her weight around as the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. And here comes Sonya Deville coming in the ring now. I know that you want to get rid of me, Steve Austin, as the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering. You want to get rid of me as the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. But here's the thing. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get rid of me. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to throw you. Here's the thing, Sonya Deville. I could smoothly let you go as the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering and give it right back to Autolycus, the king of thieves. Or I can have you be in the ring with me, but I know that might not work. So here's what I'm going to do. You have thrown your weight around many times in the toy wrestling gathering. And as you go against Steve Austin's own law, your law means nothing to me because you're truly not the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering. Yes, I the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering. And you go against my law. Ooh. Bam. And now, here's what I'm going to do. You're going to be in the ring. And if you win your match, then you get to keep as the sheriff of the toy wrestling. You get to keep as the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. If not, then you lose. I'll watch the right to do Xena tomorrow. Well, here we go. You're going to go against Santos Escobar. Well, now we got Santos Escobar in the ring now with Sonya Deville. Ding ding ding. Hold it, Sonya Deville says. Santos Escobar. We all know you don't want to fight me. We all know that, we all know that Steve Austin put you up to it. We all know that. So here's what I'm going to do. Since you do not, you truly don't want to fight me. Hey, you want to go for the TWF heavyweight winnings? You want to go for the world heavyweight winnings? I can give that to you. Well, let's think about that. Here it comes, Sonya Deville. Coming back. Santos Escobar knocking down Sonya Deville. A body slam, Joey Styles says. I'll tell you one thing right now, Jonathan Coachman, says Joey Styles. The way we're looking at it, Santos Escobar had a wrong with Sonya Deville. I'll tell you too, Wade Barrett said, you can blame it on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, looks like Santos Escobar missed right now. And Sonya Deville just knocked him down. And she's still the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. And Steve Austin wishes it was him. And it's not, Wade Barrett says. Santos Escobar in a bind right now. And down he goes, Joey Styles said. Yeah, he's in a bind, all right. A bind of his own making. Sonya Deville coming back right now. Sonya Deville thinks he's going to win. Running the ring steeple, Jonathan Coachman says. Will this be the end of Sonya Deville? Here it comes. Santos Escobar. Down on Sonya Deville. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Santos Escobar. Well, Santos Escobar, has won his match here today. Here today in the toy wrestling gathering, Joey Styles said. Yes, he has, Jonathan Coachman says. And we wonder what the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering, Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to do. Alright, everyone. Sonya Deville, you lost your match to Santos Escobar, and as the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering, Sonya Deville, you're fired. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering, is fired Sonya Deville. Joey Styles said. Yes, that's what we saw happen, Jonathan Coachman says. We did see that happen here today on Power and Might. That's not fair, Wade Barrett said. Why would something like that happen? If you know what I mean. That's truly sad. Well, I'll tell you one thing right now, Wade Barrett says. This won't stand. Sonya Deville being fired by Steve Austin will not stand. We'll take it away now with Renee Young. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Sonya Deville here today on Power and Might. Alright, Sonya Deville, it seems to me that you're no longer the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. Oh, Renee Young, I guess you think that's so cool that I got fired. As the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. Well, let me tell you something. Stone Cold Steve Austin, you have not seen the last of me. I will be back. And you have not seen the last of me, Sonya Deville. Well, as far as a lot of folks like to tell you, I think you're back to being only a wrestler again. I mean, you did get fired in 2022 as the underwicker of World Wrestling Glee. Yeah. And I'm going to get even on Stone Cold Steve Austin, or Sheriff Steve Austin, or whatever he's calling himself, because I don't believe that will stand. I'll get even on him. Come on. Stand up! Stand up! Alright, back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Well, thank you, Renee Young, for talking with talking with Sonya Deville here today on Power and Might. And that's all the time we got it for Power and Might. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman and Aiden and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Power and Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw.